Andrea.
Hi.
So we've been through a lot of private moments together, where just sitting, meditating, sharing, where there was the power of word and silence and energy itself. Did you want to share or talk about your experience through those moments where I saw perhaps your heart opening, or you know a realization that just happened with one, suddenly, with one word, or a moment that was special for you? We're talking here about true awakening, about the reality of realization, away from superficial noise, even in the spiritual community, or in the world, but truly unmasking the depth of who we are. So, would you like to share a little bit your experience through those moments we had together?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So what happened is, what I appreciated a lot was the fact that you always brought me to find the truth inside of me, to find the answers inside of me. You gave me guidance. You gave me, direction. You gave me a direction, and every time you were empowering me, every single moment. And yes, I found that also there's a lot of teachings in the discomfort, the discomfort of being for so many hours in a cabin with not nobody to speak to, no phone, nothing, just to be with myself. And you were right, there's so much fullness in silence. And then when you're in silence, you realize actually how the external noise affects you, how it brings you out of yourself. And then we get lost in the outer world. We get lost, and it's very hard to find ourselves, because the farthest we are, the more difficult it is to come back to ourselves. The meditations that we did were great. This is practical stuff. So what I appreciate also was that we, every single day, we've been doing, trying different techniques in order to align with what I came here to do, through exchanges, meditation, or just giving me things to meditate myself upon, mantras to contemplate. Exactly. So I think everybody who wants to have to experience healing with medicine, with sacred plants, should always look for this specific guidance. It's crucial. You can have 200 ayahuasca ceremonies, but if you don't know what to do with what you've learned, what you received, you're gonna become, sometimes it's even worse than it was before. So I think it's important that somebody should take us by our hand and show us the path. And we have to be humble enough to accept that.
And so this disappearance that we touch upon, I know that it can feel very quite radical, but I witnessed you twice actually, truly surrendering. And those moments were moments of grace, I feel, because of course, when I was here with you, I would let it, talk, right? So I would just go through, let the energy itself show the way. Because as we shared, the most magical and powerful and true light is when we disappear and we let it purely flow through. And I witnessed you in some a few moments where you completely surrendered, and it was no longer a concept, it was a realization, and the embodiment, the true integration into the heart. And I remember you being very, I saw your energy, and you realizing how now there's a complete reprogramming happening, even in your very practical ways in life. So from this realization, how are you gonna work, in practical ways, and integrate this in your daily life? And that's why at the end, the spiritual path is not separated from the practical. The world is completely one.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the true when we work. And I feel perhaps I'm so grateful again for you being able to have the courage to die.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's true death. And that's through energy only. All is inside us. The planet only opens a door. But then the rest is upon us. Right? Could you just maybe share like one last word?
Yeah. About the integration, we discussed about the importance of doing things slower. Just slow down. Everything that we do should be done like in a very conscious way. And obviously, the meditation, the deep grounding into the heart, into our true essence, that's a practice that I'm going to integrate a couple of times per day. It's crucial because we gonna go out in the world and we're gonna be swept out by all kinds of activities and priorities, and we also have the tendency of putting something else before us, that's more important than us. So I really would like to prioritize and to discipline myself in order to be able to follow the path. And I made a whole list of things that I want to do. Journaling yesterday, I'm like, okay, I don't have to forget that. So I'm going to go back to those. And for sure, my spiritual guide is going to be there sometimes though, because I'm sure I'm going to have difficult moments, right?
Yes. This is like I told
challenges.
You. Yes.
Yeah.
Right now you're here and it's, you're in it. Then you're gonna go back to the world, to your home, and there's, the habits from before, the people from before, and the society, everything. And so there can be some moments, some definitely tests.
Mm-hmm.
And I remain always available. Of course, I get busy, so I always, I answer, but I always answer at least 1-2 days after.
Oh yeah.
And through sometimes just to work and help, I see so many people that need that, just a few words or sometimes a call, and that just is like a recall.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a regrounding, remembering, and boom, they're back on track. And so, of course, I'm here, and I will be waiting to know also how you're doing and know when you're safely back home, and the journey continues.
There's another journey who's just starting.
Yes, exactly. It's
One finished and then
exactly.
a new beginning. After that, there's a new beginning, right?
Exactly. It's a new life.
Yeah,
That's
a
why
new
it can
life.
be like I told you. I think it's very important to remember that it's never perfect, and just to take this practice as an exploration as a kid, more like a joyful practice. Don't make it too serious. To anybody, I would recommend that, because we can tend to be in that. And now I got this realization, and it's a shock. It's a shock to the system, to everything, to our whole life. Sometimes we have lived a whole life misaligned, and so when we're aligned, there is like a, and now what? And not wanting to, the mind is like, don't forget that, don't forget that. That's also the mind. So it's like just relaxing,
Yes.
and more enjoying the journey, and the exploration, going deeper, and just the most important is to, where you're going to put your attention, where is going to attention be, because if it is internal, if it is inside, if it is meditation, because meditation is a living state, right? It's not just I meditate and then I go to the world, right? And so slowly but surely, I know you will start to integrate that into every single thing you do or you are. And so just enjoy it. It's not too serious.
Yeah. Thank you for reminding me.
I love you so much, Andrea.
Love you too.
Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
Ciao, ciao.